Hi everybody, apologies for not being present for the past several weeks now. Between work, testing Ubuntu, and all that, you know, I was away. So now I'm back, and I'm gonna try to answer the most common questions that I've seen in the comments. There's more questions that I need to create a video for, and I know that for a couple of you actually said that I was gonna create a video for your specific thing, like how to configure Ubuntu, how I configure Ubuntu in my particular case for developing. I'm a software engineer, so but there's also gaming optimizations that I do. So I'm guessing I'll be talking about those. But in regards to the most common questions, which are temperature related or CPU related, so there were a lot of comments about what tools I use to measure the CPU, and there were a lot of comments in regards to maybe the 13900K overheating and stuff like that. I've been researching a lot of that because of the comments. I thought, oh my god, maybe maybe it's overheating. I'm doing it wrong. I mean, you've seen my previous videos. Um, because of those comments, I actually ended up buying Cryonaut. I think it's pronounced Cryonaut. Let me see. Cryonaut. Yeah, the Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut, which is supposedly it's a better thermal paste, or the best thermal paste, or one of the best thermal paste. It actually didn't change anything. Okay, the one that the Corsair H115, I think it's the one that I have, the cooling system. I mean, you can watch my other videos for the model. The one that I actually comes with, it's awesome. It's the same thing. Okay, I didn't see any 1 or 2 degrees less or up for both cases. So if you buy that Corsair cooling system, that's all you actually need. I mean, from my experience. But coming to the actual video that I got a lot of comments, it was Witcher. I was talking about the temperature that Witcher gets and all that, and I wanted to show you something. And I want to record this. So first, for the tools that I use, So for the tools that I use to manage or show information about the CPU, we'll need to go here. Let me open this. Let me go to the GNOME shell integrations. Okay, I'm gonna click on install extensions. And here, just make sure that when you get here, you actually have something called Google Chrome GNOME extension or GNOME extension or something along the lines of that. The GNOME extensions will actually explain to you what you need to install for you to be able to see this. The only ones that I have installed in regards to the CPU are the CPU frec, the frequency here, which you can see here, this one, okay? And vitals. I actually had another one, Freyer. Freyer is also good. It's just that I'm helping vitals because they got all this cool thing here, and they got the Nvidia now here. Okay. Um, I don't know. I feel it's more complete. Let's put it like that. So that's why I have that one. These three already come here with um, Ubuntu, and I'm using the clipboard because Jesus, I need the clipboard. And I'm using the one from Super Silex. It's much better than the other two that I've been using before. Um, More friendly, more everything. Okay, you get a lot of clipboard history there. So anyway, coming back, you got the CPU frequency, there, and you got the vitals there. So those are these two, and you can see the temperature over there, and you can see the temperature here, and you can actually create your own profile settings here. So I got baby, which is basically the CPU running from 50% to 40%. I got gaming 50% to 90% without the boost, no? And then I got He-Man from 70% to 100% with the turbo enable. Okay, and that's what I wanted to show you. So right now we're in. I'm just gonna put baby mode there. There we go. We're baby mode. Okay, and we're gonna play The Witcher. Remember that I'm recording with OBS, so we're gonna play The Witcher. And the only difference that you're gonna see by controlling the CPU and lowering so much basically to a maximum of 40%, is the loading time. That was it, and I'm gonna show you why. By the way, I'm playing, yeah, with a 403, you know, next gen, whatever, blah blah blah. And okay, immediately you can see that the CPU is being used only around 12%. You can see the temperature, 41, 42. Obviously, it's fixed to 3 gigahertz, which is a lot for a game, by the way. Okay, I'm using the Proton Experimental, blah blah blah, and I'm using the same Steam parameters that I used in the original video, just in case I haven't changed those. I think I gotta change them because on the new DXVK, maybe they remove a couple of things. By the way, now I'm playing on the 2K, on the ultra wide one instead of the 4K, mainly because Jesus, I can't work on the 4K. The letter, everything is super small. Okay, it's great for space, but not for actually working and coding. Okay, so here we can see the temperature, 44 degrees, not the 80 something, 90 that I was getting before. But the important thing here is how much CPU am I using? Like, really, how much CPU am I using? 39%, 40%. Okay, let's just go super fast here. You saw the loading screen, they took a little bit longer there. We're getting 140, 150 here with the OBS. If I remove the OBS, immediately I get something like 20 FPS more, by the way. I was testing this without OBS and it was around 160, 158 to 171 FPS, this area, this specific area. And now you can see that it's basically, you know, dropping around 20 FPS. Again, it's only OBS, but let's continue watching the CPU. We're using 40%. We're just using 40% without limit. We're not using the whole, the complete 100 of the CPU, and the only bottleneck here is basically the GPU. Okay, that's it. Let's keep on looking at the FPS value and the temperature and all of that. Okay, now I'll tab. We're gonna put him in. Okay, there you go, and let's boost this. Okay, we're gonna boost it, and you can see that now we're running at 5.5. Okay, you can also see that we're running 5.5 there, and I'm gonna resume the game, and I want you to again look at the FPS. Look at the CPU usage. Now we're using, instead of 40% of the CPU, we're using what, 20-25% of the CPU. The question is, am I gaining a bunch of FPS? No. There's just a couple of bursts there, and that's it. So I'm basically trying to fry the CPU for almost nothing in the FPS value. That's the problem there. Okay? It's going up. You can see that it got to that 89, 79 something. So yes, the Grizzly thermal lake or thermal whatever, cryogenic or whatever the name is, it did lower compared to the original thermal paste, probably 1 to 2 degrees less. That's it. Well, I got to 100, so now we can just say that it's the same temperature. But the important thing here is the CPU usage. You're using 5.5 gigahertz or you're forcing the CPU to be at 5.5 gigahertz for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Look, I'm not gonna even gallop here. I'm just gonna, walk, and you can see the frame there. Okay. You're seeing the same amount of frames. Meanwhile, the CPU is just burning its crap there. Let me put baby again. There you go. Sometimes this doesn't work, so I gotta turn it off there. And let's come back here.
Faster.
And again, you're seeing the CPU usage is going up from that 20 something percent to around the 40 that was previously done with the baby mode. And look at the FPS. It's the same. It's the same. there's no point in a game that's not CPU bound but GPU bound to try to push the CPU even further, because you're not gonna gain anything. So that's one of the points there that I wanted to address. Yeah. Okay, now let's get out of here. And for the tools that I've been using, so on Linux, the default here on Ubuntu, for example, you got ls CPU. ls CPU will give you a lot of the information about the CPU. You know, what family, the model, the core, the speed of the cores there, and more information there. There is, I think, there's an option to show more details. Maybe this one. I'll put all or all. Let me just put -A. May only be used with the options. Okay, sure. Extend it. There we go. This is the one that I was looking for. Okay, so here you see, the core count, and by looking at this, you know which ones are performance because of the hyper-threading. You can see that the core 0, there's 2 for it, hyper-threading, and all the ones until you get to 7, and then here are the efficient cores, I think they're called. And you can see the speeds and the current one and all that. Boom, you got one example there. You got another one which is let me see, CPU info. Yeah, this one. Oh, this one. Yeah, so cat proc, the procedures that are running there. CPU info will give you each core individually. That's why you see 31 here, and what they're running at that moment. So if we do something like, let me do a grep here, megahertz. Actually, okay, something like that. Then we'll get this. Okay, and if you want to watch that, like every second, for example, you can do something like this, and that will be checking this out every so often. Okay, and then maybe we can do, I'm just making up stuff here, so we can just always on top kind of thing here, and you can put it on the side, like if you want to check the CPUs all at the same time, and maybe you don't want to, like, let's go here and we're going to remove Mango Hut from here, just that one as an example, as a quick example. We're just customizing our experience here, and we have this weird console here running there. We can actually make it transparent, but I'm just to speed up the process of the video. So up to now, what I've been able to find out is if the game is not CPU bound, there's no need to force it to be running at the maximum speed. I don't gain anything. I actually lose over time. So, okay. Okay. Let's go here. And obviously on the side, we can see the CPU speed for all cores. This actually tells us, again, that the game is actually multi-threaded. You're using multiple CPUs instead of 1 or 2 or 4, I don't know. It's using a bunch of them. Okay. Woohoo! And you can see, you can get an idea of, hey guys, look at the CPU usage, or whatever. Okay. This is just an idea. But this is one of the tools that I use for this. If you don't want to do this made up idea, there's one called CPU frag info. Yeah, okay. So it's that one. By the way, remember on Linux, when you highlight something, you can paste it with a middle mouse button. So I just highlighted this, and if I press the middle mouse button, it pastes whatever I have highlighted there, or I can paste it somewhere else if I want to. So you press enter, you install that, voila, you got the CPU frequency there now, and let's just run it, and voila, you got information about that too. So there's multiple ways of you getting information about the CPU. Let me just enable Mango HUD here. Let me just disable that. Let me put my little mango. There's a lot of mangoes here in Costa Rica. Yeah, so you have all these tools to check, and also to objectively analyze, do I actually need to boost the CPU for this particular game? No. This game at 3 gigahertz is still using only 40% of all the CPU that I can use for that. Okay, so hope this helps you, because here you can see, like right now my CPU is at 39 degrees Celsius, which is healthy, very healthy. And when I'm playing, it's 40 something, and it's not penalizing my FPS, and it's something that should be taken into consideration when you're, tuning your computer for a particular game. And that's it. Yeah. So hope this video helps you. Again, apologies for not creating more videos. I am going to start doing that more often now that I'm a little bit more free. And yeah, keep on sending the questions, and I'm super happy to help you with those. Thank you.